I'm not the technical guy. I do the social media stuff. I have some help doing the technical stuff. So I didn't see this as a technical learning experience.
People that are finding the podcast are a mix of people that are newer in the industry or wanting to get into the industry.
Today and for a long time coming, proper prior planning prevents poor performance is one of my mantras. Look at your next check at 25% of what it actually is going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Half of it's going to go to the house. That's your 50-50 split.
Yeah.
The other half's going to go to your uncle.
Forget chasing single-family rentals. Let's build commercial portfolios. Collect the best insights and information from commercial real estate experts and industry heavyweights on this episode of the Rent Stew Podcast.
Live from CREI Summit 2025 in Palm Desert, California. This is the Rent Stew Podcast, and I'm your host, Christian Cotta with Hungry Investments. If you're looking for commercial real estate insights, tips, and tricks, how to get started in the best business in the world, who to follow, who to learn from, you're in the right spot, because that is exactly what we're doing. And today, I'm joined by one of the best and brightest that I know and that I've met, Mr. Cory Zelnick. Welcome, Cory. Thank you for being on the show.
Christian, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Yes. So I want to dive into a little bit about who you are and what you do. I mean, I can tell you right now, this whole event and doing all these, right, the people that we're meeting, the connections, this is like networking on steroids.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Really,
yeah.
Really.
I mean, we already talked about doing deals together.
I know.
And we've only, we feel like we've known each other more than a day and a half.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've been telling people about the show, and I'll go back to my history after.
You're going to pump us up.
Yeah, totally, Jack. Yeah. But the show itself, and it's been my talking point the whole way, is I'm not the technical guy. I do the social media stuff. I have some help doing the technical stuff. So I didn't see this as a technical learning experience for me.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of student. I wasn't that kind of student back in school. But the time spent with people that you follow, the whole IRL of it all, meeting people and the sharing of quite frankly, life and knowledge has been wonderful. The people, the community, right? The community. We always say that word. These are just the nicest people I've ever met. And it's fabulous, and I'm enjoying the experience. You know,
it just helps grow your community.
That's it.
Outside of your little community, it gives you that almost like expanded ripple effect.
Right, 100%. And, you know, look, you get older in life, and there are people that'll tell you, you know, you want to limit the people you're hanging with and all that stuff. And look, there's 250, 300 people here. No, I'm not going to be hanging with 250 and 300 people.
But you find the ones that...
Exactly. You have good takeaway, the people that you get along with well. And if somewhere along the way you share some market knowledge and you do some business together, like we're going to do business together, you know, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But you're really, really meeting nice people.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
So one of the common themes that's coming up in all of this that, you know, I believe, and I might be wrong, is that people that are finding the podcast are a mix of people that are newer in the industry or wanting to get into the industry, people that want to start investing in the industry. I think there's a lot of connotation that, you know, real estate is real estate, but commercial real estate is not residential real estate. And I'm not knocking residential.
Of course not.
It's a different animal. Mm-hmm. It's a different beast. It's taken me 25 years to get to a point where I can say that I'm comfortably know what I'm doing.
Okay, good.
Right?
Good.
And I'm still learning.
Yeah, sure.
Learning every single day.
The better thing that I found is to, you know, we know what we're doing, but it's to always remember what we don't know.
Correct.
That's the key.
And I know enough now to know what I don't know.
Good.
Before I just didn't know what I didn't know.
Good. There you go.
Yeah. And so,
or maybe you just knew nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I was just winging it.
Right.
Yeah. Figuring it out on the fly.
Absolutely.
Which sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, that's part of life. It's part of the business.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit, and it's a common theme. I'm doing this many podcasts in a short period of time, so I'm hearing those things, and they're anchoring. Is that there's a million different ways to get started, a million different ways to make money. We could end up at the exact same spot and had a completely different road getting there.
100%.
How did you get started?
All right. Well, firstly, the key to getting started is
getting
just
started.
to start.
Yeah.
Is just to start. Right.
Yeah.
I have a great, fascinating story by accident.
Yeah.
I came out of college, University of Maryland. Shout out Terrapins.
Oh, the Fighting Turtles.
Exactly. In 1986. Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was going to go to Wall Street. Okay.
You're going to be an investment banker at Goldman Sachs
and
down the financial district.
Exactly, with my liberal arts degree.
Yeah.
But I never, I always talk about this. I never blame anybody. I don't blame my parents for lack of guidance or any of that. I really, truly do not. And, it hit me right in the face that I wasn't going to Wall Street real quick. And so I was playing ball in the summertime of 86. A buddy of mine calls me up, and he's working at a retail leasing firm in their Long Island office. And he goes, they need somebody from Manhattan. So real quick snapshot, right? Cory Zelnick, New York City, born and raised.
Yeah, knew everything everywhere.
I do retail leasing throughout all the boroughs of New York City, primarily Manhattan. But this was the start. And he goes, they're looking for somebody to walk the streets, and they'll pay you $250 a week.
You were already doing that.
I was doing it was my life.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what I did.
This video is sponsored by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. Site streamlines the entire site submittal process, from custom AI-powered submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace that makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. At Hungry Investments, we use sites to validate sites we already control, target locations for specific tenants, and even identify tenants actively looking in trade areas where we're doing our due diligence. It's become an invaluable tool for our growth, and it can do the same for you. Check out sitescre.com, where smart growth starts.
And that was my entree to the business. And back then, I went through some bumps and bruises. Again, I blame nobody. I was just doing things off the cuff.
You got to take your licks.
That's it. You take your licks. And I did some bouncing around a little bit. And then at one point I started to transact. Actually, I did the first blockbuster video in Manhattan.
My gosh. That's so awesome.
Yeah. and so which was great, and it was a lot of money, whatever. But one of my licks, as you put it, was I didn't realize I had an uncle. You have the same uncle. He's called Uncle Sam.
And taxes.
So when they gave me my first 1099, my check, and then I got my first 1099.
You didn't account for the taxes.
Right now, not right now, but today and for a long time coming, proper prior planning prevents poor performance is one of my mantras. I didn't know it then.
Tax planning.
Right? So you get that big fat check, you get to spend some money, and then April comes around. So you learn some lessons fast.
So we have a similar thing,
Sure.
And I'll share this real quick.
Please.
When I first got started, I made some big checks right before the mortgage crisis crash.
Sure.
And so I got those checks. I did the same thing. I'm like, I'm going to make a couple $100,000. What taxes? I'm just going to make another check, and I'm going to pay for the taxes
at the time.
With
right?
the check. What I didn't know is the mortgage crisis was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those are things that you can never know.
No.
I mean,
but if you put that money aside, you got the taxes taken care of.
Absolutely.
That's your proper prior planning.
100%. And I tell, I have a small boutique firm in New York City, Zelnick and Company, and there are 8 of us. And so what I tell the young guys and girls, women that work with me, for me, look at your next check at 25% of what it actually is going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Half of it's going to go to the house. That's your 50-50 split.
Yeah.
The other half's going to go to your uncle. That same uncle that I have.
Uncle Sam.
And so if you look at what your spending is going to be, focus on 25%.
Yeah.
And everybody says yes, 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 until they get handed their first $10,000 check, and they're going to figure out what to do, and they go blow it. But I hope they don't. But these are some of the lessons.
Well, and honestly, if you take the 25%, and they should be planning for, IRAs and retirement. So it should be.
Well, if you get overly technical, but proper in what you should be doing with your financial planning, yes, that's what it should be. But you take the 25%, and then you take 5% of that and go here.
Yep.
Sometimes life doesn't always work that way.
Yeah. So what's what got you? I mean, obviously, somebody said, "Hey, we need a guy to walk the streets."
Right.
Looking at shops and doing all that. So you're like, okay, hey, I'll do that. What drew you to retail? Because I love retail as well.
Yeah.
And it's weird how certain asset classes just kind of appeal to different people. Like I I don't not like multifamily. I didn't like it because I saw my parents, I saw the issues they dealt with. My dad getting calls to unplug a toilet.
I was going to say, just change the light bulb. Right?
Yeah, and I'm like, you're the owner of the building. Why are you doing that? You got people that should be doing it. They won't answer the phone.
Right.
So tenants and toilets are not my thing, but I love nothing but net.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So what drew you to net lease?
Nothing. Really nothing. It was the accidental take on the job.
Yeah. But once you started doing it, you loved it.
I was in retail. I you know what? To say I loved it, it would not be the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
it grew on you.
Well, yeah. Because when I started, right, and I literally was to walk the streets.
Yeah.
And they handed you a clipboard and a map of the streets, and they said go to the bottom of First Avenue and walk all the way to the top, and then take Second Avenue all the way back down. And it was 95 degrees.
You needed Bob Knackles maps.
No, I was doing Bob Knackles map before I ever thought of it. But it was. We started, I had gotten the job, I got hired summertime, and they said report Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yeah.
That, real estate doesn't happen in the summer. No one's paying it. That's what it was. I report in, and back then, shirt and tie.
Yeah.
That was the business, shirt and tie. And so I get handed that clipboard, and it's 92 degrees outside.
Well, you're doing it at 92, and then you're probably doing it when it's snowy, wet,
the whole
wearing your long pea coat, like.
The whole nine.
Yeah.
Every single thing, you're 100% accurate. By the way, even today, I still walk those same streets.
You have your younger brokers do that too?
When someone starts with me, I hand them a clipboard.
The same thing.
I hand them a clipboard.
Yeah.
It's no joke because, and you referred to Bob, and Bob talks about this often.
Yeah, he said he walked the streets too.
Well, our business is basic blocking and tackling.
Yeah.
Yes, social media helps advance the cause. Yes, data helps advance the cause, and being knowledgeable.
Still doesn't replace
nothing.
The tactile.
My business. I'm in retail.
Yeah.
And in New York City.
Things change quick too.
One, they change quick, but the business is right there on the street.
Yeah.
Literally. So when COVID happened, I know we're all over the map here, but when COVID happened and there was this whole work from home thing.
Yeah.
We were already in the work from home business. Our home is the street.
Yeah.
And so you were able to continue to walk the streets.
Yeah.
And things like that. So we constantly.
And it's interesting to hear you talk about that because you're Manhattan, which is a major metro core.
Sure.
And then, I'm having conversations with like people, Bucky's in, what is it, Rochester, Minnesota, where he's like, hey, we can do a 15-minute drive and see all of our properties.
Right.
And we're in Phoenix, which is a major metro. But it's sprawl, so I can't walk the streets because it takes me an hour to get to the west side of the valley with traffic, and then it takes us about 45 minutes to go through like all that stuff. So it's just interesting to hear the dynamics of the different markets.
Oh, my guys, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
My guy, me a little less now, but
yeah.
My guys, there's no day where you can't look at their phone and see mileage or see steps.
Yeah.
Because that's the business.
Probably the best in shape group of brokers in the city.
Right. It's like you see a fat retail leasing broker that he's not successful.
He's not making money. He's starving.
Right. Exactly. But it's really what it is. And,
Yeah.
and I always tell my guys that, if you have an appointment somewhere, always give yourself an hour in advance and just take a different path.
Yeah.
Because it's always changing.
This video is brought to you by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. From AI-powered site submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace, Sites makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. Check them out at SiteCRE.com. That's SYTESCRE.com and level up your site selection game. It's just like getting in commercial real estate.
Right.
Take a different path.
Take a different path.
Yeah.
Broadway literally is the only street in Manhattan that runs from the top of Manhattan, which touches the Bronx, and drops to the bottom. The only one, straight path. So you could walk Broadway top to bottom over the course of a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, start again and you'd get new information.
Wow.
And so that's how it's the evolution. That's our business. And so we're constantly doing that.
So did you have a mentor when you first started?
I look back. No, the answer is no.
Okay.
And I look back when I have these conversations like this about some things that I might have missed out on is that I never had the right mentor. I worked as I bounced around a little bit when I was younger and I was a little unsure. I worked for some of the best in the business
and you
in
picked
New
up
York
things.
City. And I absorbed, I felt like that's the same
You
way.
watched.
Yeah, the same way I was as an athlete, playing ball, watching how other people do certain things and through osmosis kind of thing. But I never had a true mentor. And fast forward, it's one of the things in the whole pivoting of life during COVID was I made a conscious decision that I am going to be a mentor.
Yeah.
I don't force myself upon anybody.
No, something that you wish you might have had more of. Mm-hmm. Like you did it from a distance. You saw people that were doing what you wanted to do. You picked up the things that you thought you liked. I did that as well. I wish I asked more questions when I had direct access. I think I thought that I would be bothering them and, maybe should have asked more or been a little more direct or, pushy, I guess you could say. Because now where I'm at, it's, I take it as a compliment when the younger guys, or gals are asking me hey, can you explain this to me? It's like, oh, cool. Yep. You don't realize how much you know. You probably forget more than
this generation, this Gen Z generation, I guess we're in right now.
Yeah.
They're very inquisitive.
Yeah.
Very inquisitive.
Which I like that. That's a great trait.
Yeah. They're very inquisitive, and I love the questioning. What I do find from time to time,
they got to go and do a little bit more.
Yeah, they got to. There is a.
They got to figure it out by just doing.
Well, it's a combination, right?
Yeah.
There's a point of shut your mouth. I get it. Good questions, but now go do something.
Yeah.
And then at times, I give them more credit than they give themselves.
Yeah.
And so when they come to me with a certain type of question,
like the answer.
You're correct, but what I say to them is, what would you do if I wasn't here?
Yeah.
Well, I was stuck in a meeting. You need an answer. What would you do? Look at me, right? Do it. I say to them, I have the faith in you. You should have the faith in you.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So I try to do that. As well.
There's a balance.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So obviously we're at CREI Summit.
Yes.
Right. And there is a technology and I love that we're talking about like the old school tactics that still work today, the tried and true that never run out of, go out of fashion.
Sure.
But there is some benefit and advantage to incorporating social media and technology. What are you guys doing in your business with those, to help you guys?
So our first step with respect to social media came at COVID. That was a benchmark for us.
Yeah.
Where, that initial moment in time from the middle of March of 20, probably right into the first weeks of April or so, when the entire world.
When you were in ground zero.
I wasn't in ground zero when there was an actual ground zero.
But
I'm
for
right
COVID.
There. I'm right there.
Yeah. And because the first shutdowns, weren't they happening in New York
City? It became it was like if you looked at a map, the lights went off in New York and then went across the country.
They were the ones that started saying, hey, we got to do something here.
Right. And so we were sitting there at that initial moment in time where nothing was happening. Yeah. Nothing. No one knew, nothing. And so I'm sitting and Stephanie Malloy, always give her a big shout out. I couldn't do it without her. She's my director of marketing and she's been with me for a long time. I'm like, all right.
Shout out, Stephanie.
Yeah. We got to figure something out here.
Yeah.
And so we went into, call it social media mode for lack of a better term. And we started to play around. If I hit this mic one more time, I'm going to kill myself. Too much handsy stuff. We went into social media mode and we started doing some Instagram posts, some LinkedIn posts, just some stuff.
Yeah.
I got over, you could tell I'm very shy. So I got over.
Oh yeah, you're so shy.
So I got over the, what's it going to look like thing real quick.
Yeah.
And we just started putting shit out there and, we started to get more informative. We started to learn a little bit more about the process. And Stephanie is, better versed at, when you post things, how you post things.
She had the technical and like some of that stuff going, and I'm going to assume she's creative and she knows kind of like what's going on.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
You know what
she
it is?
She just guides you.
She guides me, and she's also what was a good benefit to me. I was, a lucky thing is that she's been around the retail real estate business
so she
with
could
me.
Take the two and piece them together.
Right. And understand it, and sometimes not need me, which is great.
Yeah.
It's a great partnership. And so we did a lot with that, and we got better. And then over the course of what I'll call social media time, and again, to me, that's the 5-year window we're in right now, maybe 5.5-year window. I start to meet people, and I meet someone like Mo Regalado. Big shout out to Mo Regalado.
Oh, yeah, Mo's great.
Yeah, she's become a great friend of mine.
Sarah Malcolm's another good one.
Sarah I met through CREI Summit.
Yeah.
Ken Ashley. But Mo and I do a plug. We do a quick plug. Cup of Joe with Cory and Mo.
I love that. Yep. That's good.
Instagram Live.
Hey, if you like that, make sure you're following. So
exactly. I'll give you Instagram Live, Cup of Joe, Cory and Mo, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 Eastern time.
Okay.
Mo gets up at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's what she was talking about.
That's exactly right.
Okay, because she's in Spokane and you're
I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we did that. We did it this morning from the hall. So we do that, and she also gives me guidance. So she's become a great friend, a great partner. And I love all the stuff that we're doing, and I'm trying to advance that a little bit. So circling back to why we're here.
Yeah.
I come here, and I'm not going to take.
Are you an OG here? Oh, you've been coming since it started, because this right now is the 5th year anniversary. They just had a birthday party last night for.
Yeah. So I got some. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I got some very pleasant compliments.
Yeah.
Okay, because people like what I've been doing here, my speaking, my breakout sessions, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had a conversation, a reminder conversation with Ken Ashley.
Yeah.
This is my first one.
Oh.
My first one.
This one?
This one is my first one.
Oh. I just assumed you went to Lake Tahoe from 5 years ago when it first started.
Nothing.
Okay.
That's how I really immersed myself into this thing.
Yeah. Well, I just found out about it 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at ICSC.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But my first one should have been last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was training for the marathon, and the New York City Marathon, and I got a stress fracture.
Ooh.
And the day before, I bought my tickets. I was coming. The day before, the doctor I had MRI results.
Boot,
scooter, crutches.
Oh, you couldn't go on a plane.
So I said, fuck it. So I didn't come, and it was unfortunate. I certainly would like to have been here. But yeah, this has been a blast. This has really been a blast. And look, I'm not going to patronize you. It's great to meet someone like you. I wouldn't meet you, right?
Yeah,
the best we'd be is connecting online or something.
Yeah, we have to meet at ICSC, which we will anyways.
We're going to meet at ICSC.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll sucker you into coming to New York.
In New York,
ICSC.
everyone keeps saying that. And I mean, we talked yesterday about some of the stuff we're doing on the East Coast, North Carolina, South Carolina. It might make sense.
Right.
So.
Why not? Why not? Right?
Absolutely.
You'll figure out how to do some business.
Well, my partner's going to meet with you in a couple weeks in New York, so all that kind of stuff happened from here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It did. It's here.
Well, and it's like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right?
6 degrees separation.
Yeah. I go to ICSC because I'm connected with Dan Harold and trying to meet Chris Hatch.
Oh, I thought Dan was going to be here.
He is. Or he was.
He was here?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still here, but he was here yesterday.
Oh, man. I don't know how I missed it.
And so I meet some guys in the retail world, right? Through LinkedIn. And then I go, go to their Let's Get Social at ICSC. And then I meet Linda. And she's like, you need to meet Ken Ashley and you need to come to Summit. And I'm like, what's Summit? Exactly. Another conference. God dang it. Right. Yeah. And so then that whole thing from May till now, we're a sponsor. We're doing this.
Right.
I meet you.
Exactly.
Like, it's just crazy. That is the networking domino effect because of social media and digital and all that kind of stuff.
100%.
Yeah. If you like that, if you agree with that, make sure you give it, you're subscribed to the channel.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an amazing cycle. I think part of the lure for you with your North Carolina, South Carolina, whatever, is that you want to sit at my Knicks tickets.
And you want to go to the Suns game with us.
I'm not dying for that.
That's all right. We'll have it'll be not as packed as the Knicks.
That's all.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look at the schedule and see when the
Knicks play. Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
See what that looks like.
Yeah. And vice versa.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fun.
But I don't know if I want to wear Suns gear to the Madison Square Garden because I saw what they did to that guy wearing the Pacers gear. So.
Well, that was playoff time.
Yeah.
We'll be much more reasonable during this regular season.
Okay. I just got to wear Knicks over when I go in and out of the stadium. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So obviously we could probably do a full hour podcast. And next time you come, we get you out to Phoenix.
Okay.
We'll have you come to the office.
Be great.
We'll do a full one. We'll dive into retail.
Okay.
Because I love talking retail.
Me too. So you had asked me earlier, we didn't really go into it. I know we got to cut this, and I get it. But retail became my Jones.
Yeah.
It was my Jones. I love retail. I have such a passion for it. And one of the things like I'm not widespread. Someone described me one time, there are brokerage companies, they'll do deals. Someone described me once. They said, Cory's not like that. Cory's a sniper.
Yeah.
I hone in on my target.
That's how we are.
My businesses are built with my relationships.
Riches in the niches.
Exactly. I got Panda Express as a client of mine for 19 years. Oh. Okay, I have a landlord I represent for 24 years.
Awesome.
Smashburger, 10 years.
Love it.
So that's how I like to build my
Shake
business.
Shack?
Not Shake Shack. One burger or the other.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. I was a tenant rep for McDonald's.
Oh, were you?
And then I worked with Burger King franchisee, and they were like, it's okay. We're not worried about him. And he was like, it's okay because if they don't like a site, I'll take it.
Exactly. That's very funny.
Yeah.
You can't get away with that in New York.
No.
One or the other.
Well, I don't think you could do it now either. But
what I find most interesting is that when you dig into these businesses, you become their partners.
Yeah.
And you learn about them. And that's what's great. And then that takes you to the investment aspect of it. Mm-hmm. So then when you and I talk and you say, hey, Cory, I have this opportunity. I'm going to buy this thing. I don't look at it as, hey, here's some money. I'm going to get an 8% return or a 10% return. I look at it, I try to understand it better.
Yeah.
And that's the good and fun thing I find with retail, generally speaking, because you can give me a property anywhere USA. Mm-hmm. I pull it up, we look at it on a map, and I'll know within 5 minutes whether there's an opportunity or not, just based on physically located.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we know spacing. We know, where's it, what are the traffic patterns?
That's it. First thing you look at.
What are the traffic generators?
Is it at a corner at a light?
Yeah.
It's the first thing I look at.
Yeah. Well, who else is there?
Well, if it's not at a corner or at a light, then we go next level.
Yeah.
Who else is there surrounding? What's the traffic pattern like? Things like that. So all of that stuff.
Those are the fundamentals, and they stay this. New York is interesting. We went there, right before Christmas.
Sure.
And it's always, for me, walking around, I see the users. It's so different because I'm used to Arizona and West Coast where, it's shopping centers that are, big parking fields. And we were down by the hotel walking. I'm like, oh, wow. I've never seen this user in like a street front shop building.
Exactly.
But they got to do it.
There's that
necessity.
Stuff. And then there are tenants.
Well, and then they're like two blocks away, which to me, I'm like, wait. How are they so close? Because there's so many people.
Vertical density.
Yeah.
Vertical density.
Which is crazy.
And we'll save this for the next cast.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if you noticed, there's a chain drugstore in New York City called Duane Reade.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So back in its prime, myself and my former partner did 250 of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes we had them on this block and then they were right
across
over here.
The street.
And I can give you traffic pattern studies and volumes would blow your mind. They're a block and a half away from each other.
Yeah.
So that's the city. It's wild. And
I
love it.
It is. So where do you want to send people so they can find you and connect with you?
Great. I appreciate that. You could find me on Instagram, Cory Zelnick, CoryZelnik. LinkedIn, same thing. You could hit us up at Zelnick and Company.
That's what I was going to say. What's your website?
Website is zelnickco.com, ZELNIKCO.com.
Yep.
Hit me there.
And then you're also part of Joe and George's affiliate network, right?
I'm part of CBI.
Yep, CBI.
Right.
And so you're on some of their stuff on YouTube and everything.
Yeah, I get in with them. We've done
when you go out,
podcasts back and forth and all that stuff. No, I've never been there. By the way, first time that I met them in real life.
Here?
Today? This
Are you
week.
Kidding?
No doubt.
It's all been on the phone and over Zoom and all that. Oh, that's crazy.
100%. This was great.
And you're doing business with them.
Business. They've referred some business my way. I've tried to do the same going back their way. It's a wonderful little thing for small independent companies.
Yeah.
It's great stuff.
Awesome. So we're going to put all those links down below in the description. Make sure you go and connect with Cory. He's a great guy, especially if you have any kind of interest in retail. We obviously share that same affinity and, nothing but net, baby.
You got it.
Yeah. So it's that time of the show here where we get down to business and brass tacks. So you know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe now. If you are, I appreciate you. Do me a favor. If you find value in this and any of our other podcasts or content that we put out on YouTube, please share it out. Send it to somebody you think would benefit from it, or somebody that has any interest in trying to learn more about commercial real estate, because we both would probably agree this is the greatest type of business or investment tool there is. There's 5 different asset classes. So You got a lot of stuff you can learn about and where you want to place your money or how you want to make money doing commercial real estate. So with that being said, make sure you follow Hungry Investments on all platforms. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter. I'm going to start promoting my Twitter a little more.
All right.
I'm not as active on there, but you can find me, Christian Cotta, Hungry Investments. It's that time, my friends, because rent is due. Stay hungry, my friends. If you made it this far through and you landed here, it means you're serious about making money in commercial real estate. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already following for more great commercial real estate, and check out this video or this video. As always, stay hungry, my friends.